Have you ever seen a production line and wondered what that metal box connected to it is? Well, that is known as an electrical control panel. An electrical control panel is a metal box that holds the electrical components required for controlling machines and production lines. To understand it better, let's have a closer look at its components. First, let's start with the external part of the panel, the enclosure, which represents the metal box that contains all the components inside. It is typically made of stainless steel or aluminum, and it has different dimensions based on the application. Now let's move inside the enclosure. In every panel, wires go into wiring ducts, which organize wires and reduce electrical noise between the. Next up is the DIN rail, which is a metal rail with a standard width attached to the back of the panel. It provides mechanical support for all the electrical components and holds them together. And now let's move on to the most common components. It is essential to have safety devices on every control panel so that it can guarantee the protection of both users and devices. This is why the following devices are used. First, we have the circuit breaker. This is where all the panel's devices receive power. This ensures the safety and protection of all the components from any electrical faults. Then, there is the surge arrestor, which protects electrical equipment in the panel from electrical surges or overvoltage like lightning strikes. And finally, comes the disconnector, which allows the separation of the power source and the entire electrical panel. It is used to protect humans during maintenance. Besides protection devices, there are several other components with different roles. So, let's have a look at them. For controlling, contactors and relays can be excellent solutions. Contactors are used to control field devices, such as engines, while relays are used to operate devices such as lights. And for a proper operating mode, the thermostat regulates the temperature of all electrical panel components so that they remain at a constant temperature. Also, terminal blocks are used for distributing wiring connections inside and outside the panel. In terms of indications, lamps are used to indicate any faults, the proper operation of instruments, as well as power supply indications. In addition, an energy meter could be used to display voltage, current, power factor, frequency, and power consumption of the panel. And lastly comes the programmable logic controller, which may represent the brain of the entire panel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.